Hello, everyone. It's great to be here with you today. It seems like every conference presentation these days mentions AI. So I decided to do the same, to follow this trend just a little bit. And this picture you can see on the screen was generated by AI tool. And actually, it's the only part of my presentation where I used AI. But I'm curious, can you guess what this picture is about? It's about imposter syndrome, this tricky feeling that you are not good enough, that you don't belong, or one day someone will find out that you're a fake. And imposter syndrome was quite constant companion for me in my career, especially when I changed my career path and started working in IT area. But before I start, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Listwan, and I'm a software tester from Poland. I work for a company that sells travel experiences all over the world. And what I love in my job is that it's something more than just testing. I have opportunity to understand how things works, have some bigger picture, spotting risks, and working closely with people from different backgrounds, both business and technical. When I'm not working, I try to spend as much time as possible exploring new places. I love traveling, especially by camper. And because travel is a topic really close to my heart, let me take you on a journey. And like in real journeys, sometimes we need to find a roundabout way. Sometimes our train is delayed, and sometimes the place we arrived at isn't what we expected at all. And I think developing our careers might be pretty similar. So here's what I'd like to share with you today. My Eureka moment when I realized what type of tester I truly want to be. The steps I took in this journey to feel confident in my role, and also what other ways to grow are worth thinking about besides just automation. So, let's start. When I started as a tester 5 years ago, I noticed a lot of discussions touching on the same topic. At that time, almost everyone was saying the same. Manual testing is only the first step. The message was clear. To really grow in your career, you need to learn, you need to do automation. And this tricky phrase, manual tester, made me feel on the lower stage than others. I started to feel not good enough, even though I love my job, working closely with developers, digging deep into problems, and asking those really important and sometimes tough questions. I started to feel not technical enough because simply I wasn't writing a code. For a short time also, I believed those ads that saying things like, join our course and we will teach you everything from scratch. And even if you are a total beginner, after our training, you will be independent automation tester. So as you can guess probably, I wanted to try it out. And each time I tried, I spotted some obstacles that I couldn't overcome. So I was extremely frustrated, and I ended up stopping. It was really difficult because I kept trying, but also I kept feeling like I was a loser. Now I'm laughing, but at that time I wasn't, especially when I received some great advice from my colleague. He said something like, "You're probably still not trying hard enough, and if you sacrificed weekends and evenings, you would definitely start automation." Here is something interesting, because when I was full of doubts, my team wasn't. They kept giving me feedback that made me feel really valued and important. Especially one compliment stuck in my mind and stuck in my heart. During our morning meeting, my colleague from the team said, "Magda, you get my blood pumping better than my morning coffee, because you always show up with some killer question or bug that no one noticed before." And honestly, is it the best thing that tester can hear in the morning? I think it is. And I always was lucky, and now I'm lucky, because all team that I work with, and in my current team also, would truly believe that creating high-quality products, it's responsibility of all team. It's not a tester's job. So we share engagement, we support each other, and we know that everyone is the same important in our team. And everyone is like one puzzle in some beautiful landscape. As time went on, I started to think about things that I'm good at, about my strengths and talents, and I took several tests that helped me reveal those. I'd like to share with you today 2 of them. I think they might be quite useful for you. First is Clifton Strengths, also known as Gallup test. This test helps people to find their top natural talents. Maybe even not find, but reveal, because we have them already. So it's great to be aware of them, be conscious, and try to include those talents in our everyday work. Second is personality.co. This test help people show their work style and communication style. So it's good to take this test together with your teammates to have a bigger picture and check how you cooperate together, how you communicate together, also how your work style looks like, because sometimes small adjustments can bring us great effects. And all these tests reveal that I'm an achiever, learner. I love gathering information and understand how things work together. And after those tests, I started to realize something important, that my value is in a team, my value as a tester not came from writing a code. It came from those unique strengths of mine. Of course, no journey like this happens alone. I have a great group of supporters. Of course, my nearest and dearest, my friends and family, my husband, who was the one who first said, "Let's try testing," because I know that it will be something interesting for you. I have a great group of supporters also around Polish testing community. Some of them are here today. Thank you, guys. It's great to can hear word like, "Go girl, you can do it, let's try it, it might be something for you." I also found great people around women in technology Poland. I was chosen as one of 30 women to take part in a one-year program called Be Visible in IT. This program was created to help women grow professionally, build their self-confidence and their visibility in IT area. Because one thing we all had in common at the beginning of this program: imposter syndrome. No matter how smart we were, no matter how experienced we all struggling with self-doubts. In this program, I met great girls who, the same like me, working in testing. So we create mastermind. We meet regularly. We share our ideas, experiences. We support each other. And after those trainings, workshops, and meeting with mentors in this program, I started to truly believe in one sentence. Maybe it's trivial, but for me it's profound. That whole universe is not waiting for us to stumble or make mistakes. And the most important thing is to be bravely curious, to checking if something is for us or no. The most important thing is to act anyway, be afraid and act anyway. And also, I think great group of supporters, great tribe of supporters can help us run away from this circle of fear, self-doubts, and imposter syndrome, and can help us building real self-confidence and help us grow in this personal and professional way. And after this program, I sign up for automation course. You may ask, again? Yes, again, but this time it was more out of curiosity than pressure. And guess what? I got it. I understood how codes work, how write a code, how made my code work. And then, Eureka. I realized something crucial. Even though I could do automation, I didn't want to do it every day, all day, because it's not something that gives me the same satisfaction as working closely with people, working closely with developers, asking questions, and being bridge between business and technical world. Do we have any here who have the same feeling? So you can do automation, but it's not something hot for you? Oh, nice. You need to know, and it's good to say that it's great to feel like me and you, but also it's great and fine to feel satisfaction from automation. You need to know that after my Eureka moment, I didn't feel not enough anymore, because now I had a choice, real, confident, informed choice, and that changed everything. So I started direct my energy into areas that really excites me and where I can use my natural strengths and talents. I started to do more in the shift-left approach. As you all know, shift-left, it's idea to include tests as early as possible. For me, it's a great opportunity to working closely with business. I know that it's not comfortable for everyone working closely with business, but I love it. Because for me, it's a great chance for asking questions, gathering information, checking if all requirements are covered. spotting some risks also, checking Figmas and finding some uncover path. Great stuff. Also, I started do more in exploratory testing. The same story. Great opportunity to asking questions, being like a detective and finding some new paths, spotting risks, spotting some bottlenecks also. I started gathering information and learn more about AI and LLMs. As you probably feel, it's not our future, and this revolution happens now. So it's also great way for me to gathering information, to try to follow, try to be up to date with all those new trends. Maybe not all, but some selected. I started also developing and polishing my public speaking skills. Public speaking is for me a great way for sharing my thoughts, sharing my knowledge, and also meet great people. And like today, I'm extremely happy that I can be here, even I'm a bit stressed. So yeah, that's my way. Why I'm telling all of this? Because as you probably notice, it's not presentation about automation. It's presentation of being conscious and having a choice and knowing yourself. So my way looks like this, and your can be extremely different. There is a lot of paths that are waiting for be uncovered, be checked by you. Here I present only a few of them. So shift left, exploratory testing. It might be a great way if you, for example, had some domain knowledge. Also, accessibility, digital accessibility is something that now it's really popular, and I feel that it will be more popular. For many companies, creating digital products, for them it's really important because, of course, because of empathy, but also because of European law. As I said, AI, it's great area to be checked by you if it's something okay. For many of you, probably creating some space and comfortable workspace for others is something natural, so maybe you can consider leadership path. Also, it's great path, it's being quality advocate and maybe connected with public speaking for sharing your thoughts, sharing your knowledge, and meeting great people. There is a lot of path, but we need to, but it's one thing that should be also highlighted here, that being strong generalist and having fun and joy with your everyday job, it's also fine. It's also something really good. So, I said to you a lot of my paths about my way, my Eureka moment. I present you also some other ways that can be checked. So now it's time for sum up. You're probably wondering why I put these weird photos of camper accidents. Because like for us, for camper drivers, good GPS navigation can help us avoid those dangerous situations. For many of us, good leader can be like good GPS navigation. So first of all, I have a special message for leaders, because I believe do we have any leaders here? Yeah, right. So first, I have a special message for leaders. Dear leaders, if you start, appreciate, and support your team members, if you give them freedom to use their natural strengths and talents, you will see amazing results. They will be more involved in their job. They will be more effective. And what's most important, they will be much happier. Your kind word and honest feedback help them thrive. And also, it helps build stronger, happier, and more effective team. And now I'd like to leave all of you with those guiding ideas. Find your supportive group, find your supportive tribe, and be support for others. Be bravely curious and check if something is for you or not. Maybe it's trivial, but I think life is too short for working without joy and satisfaction. Know yourself, know your strengths, talents, and try to include those talents in your everyday work. And of course, be afraid, but act anyway, and don't let imposter win. I wish you all great journeys of growth, just the way you want them to be. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see, what do we have, guys? So Event app, please send us questions. We have 7 minutes for questions. We can get the Event screen, please. 1 second. Okay, until then, I have a question for you. It's here. Okay. Can you elaborate a bit the possible path for testers if they don't want to become automation testers?
As I said, there is a lot of path. If you feel that automation is not something for you, I think focus on accessibility testing. Accessibility testing is something really interesting because there was some research that only 30 to 40% of bugs can be revealed by automation. So there is a broad space for manual testing, for using our empathy, for testing using personas, for support people with disabilities, to help us also testing. I think because of empathy and because of law regulations, accessibility testing might be something really, really interesting.
That's great. So let's see the other first question from Steve. What advice would you give to testers who feel that automation is the only way to advance their careers? So what would be your advice to these kind of testers who only think that automation can be the next step?
Oh, difficult one. I think open your eyes and observe people, I think, and talk with people, because I think it's not only way to feel satisfied and to grow. So, yeah.
Okay, what is your golden advice for overcoming an imposter syndrome if you do not have a supporting group?
Try to create them. Try to find them. I think the supportive tribe, people that are in the same or similar profession like you, because family and friends, they are extremely important, but having people that have the same or similar problems, when you can talk about salaries, for example, about some obstacles, some way how we can manage something, for me it's extremely important. And there is a lot of possibilities to to check if something maybe happen in your company, maybe in your town, maybe it's related with some profession. There's a lot of communities like as I said, in Poland, women in technology that help people in different backgrounds in IT be more visible.
Or be brave enough to create your own community.
Exactly.
Can be an answer too.
Exactly.
Okay, what would help you in the transition from manual to automation tester so you would not feel as an imposter?
For me, get rid of this pressure was crucial, but also find some training that was for me really, I would say, it was not easy, but the trainer was really open-minded, and he knew that not everyone is the same, and our pace can be different. So for me, it was really important to have a good trainer.
That's good. And let's see one more. As men, what can we do to alleviate or prevent gender-related imposter syndrome pressure for our female colleagues?
We can all support each other. I'm not a fan of some kind of artificial, approach that in one conference it should be 50% of men and 50% of women. It's not a good way. I think support and encourage women to send, for example, call for papers, said, go girl, check, it's something crucial, not some, fake amounts of percent that we have. We should have 50% on women here, and that's it. It's not a way.
Okay, thank you very much all. Another round of applause to Magdalena, please.
Thank you.